Hi, I'm playing with SFST, and I'm here to show you a cheaper option for shooting the slow motion booth. There's a number of cameras that can shoot at 60 frames per second, and there's a software called Twixtor that can easily be used to manipulate the footage to look much slower. Think phantom slower. We're not going to go into Twixtor, but there are plenty of free tutorials on the web. For this video, we're going to focus on shooting with the GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition. It shoots at an impressive 120 frames per second at 720p. We chose the GoPro because it's one of the cheapest cameras that shoots at a frame rate closest to the frame rate we shot in the original video. Here's the camera, and you can see some of the accessories we have with it. And don't forget about the freakishly small SD card you're going to have to buy with your GoPro. For this cheaper option, I'm going to exclude using a backdrop. So wherever you're shooting, try to find something with an interesting wall or maybe something that's textured. For this, I'm just using a blue wall that's in our office. Add side lights to illuminate your background and your subject. And for this booth, I'm adding 2 overhead key lights. Having overhead key lights will be sure to eliminate any shadows cast by the subject. Pop up your GoPro, and then introduce your subject. Before we start shooting, here are the camera settings. I'm going to show you what it looks like to shoot narrow and to shoot wide with the GoPro. Shooting wide makes everyone look kind of goofy, so your client might not be into that. In that case, you might want to shoot narrow. I'm blasting a lot of light on my subject, and it really makes for a pretty clean image. The GoPro has auto shutter, so cranking up a lot of light will allow you to have a really fast shutter speed, and therefore eliminate any motion blur. Here's what the setup looks like with just the room lighting. As you can see, it's not as clean looking. Here you can compare the footage to what we shot on the Red Epic. There are plenty of tutorial videos on post-production workflow with the GoPro camera. Here are links to some tutorials that we highly recommend. Now, there are endless ways to lower your costs. You could buy used equipment, rent gear, or even borrow from a friend. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below, and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you from SFST. That's what I tell them who I'm spitting it.